Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we learned about the world tree Vordrasil and how it has been corrupted. Today, we'll learn more about that corruption. We also got a chest piece that I forgot to put on, so let's put that bad boy on. It's got a lot of stamina. We're going to lose out on a little bit of damage, but gain a lot of stamina and armor there. A possible link. The furbolgs that live east of here are more aggressive and bestial than the ones we're used to. Our forces have squared off with them more than once, and the survivors always speak of a dark, slimy substance dripping from their corpses. Their condition could be linked with the contaminants we found in Vordrasil's remains. Bring me samples of the furbolg's blood. You will find them in the Rage Fang Shrine and the Heart Blood Shrine far to the east. Children of Ursoc. The furbolgs of Grizzly Hills carry with them a corruption of some kind. That is for sure. Tribal war has broken out amongst them after years of peaceful coexistence. What remains to be seen is whether the bears they worship as gods have also been tainted. Ursoc's two children, Orson and Codian, dwell in the Heart Blood Shrine and the Rage Fang Shrine, south and southeast of Grizzlemaw. See if they will speak to you regarding what has happened there.
Goddess watching.
Alright. So I guess we're going to be heading east to an area we haven't been in Grizzly Hills. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I got to experience Dragonflight for the first time. We got to go to the Dragon Isles. And it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. It's been good so far. Looking forward to the story. I won't ruin it for anyone, but it's been alright. It's been pretty good. I haven't got to try dragon riding yet. I'm looking forward to that. But I do enjoy the zone that I'm currently in. And the music's pretty good as well. The art is great, as always. It's one thing about Blizzard games. The art team always does a top-notch job. So what do we need to do here? We need to get Crazed Furbolg blood. And then down here is where Codian is, and over here is where Orson is. So I guess we'll head over to Orson and Codian. And there's the Furbolgs, they're big. They got a lot of health too. It's just as much as we have. So we'll just keep making our way up to have a chat here with Orson. Wonder what happened to Ursoc. Wonder if he got corrupted as well. It's a pretty common theme for him to get corrupted. Remember in Legion, you fight him in the first raid, the Emerald Nightmare. These Furbolgs kind of look like an updated version of the ones in Winterspring. Seems like the Furbolgs regularly get corrupted by power. The ones in Winterspring are corrupted by the fell water that they consume, which they got from, I believe, the Burning Legion. I like how in Classic they allowed the players to also take the fell water too. Like you were able to you know, use the Winterfall Firewater as your own, like, buff that you could use. Then eventually would wear off. Pretty good buff, too. It gives you, like, attack power. And it also allows, like, makes your character a lot bigger. There he is, Orson. He's a polar bear. Pretty big polar bear. Take a picture of him. See what he has to say. I once roamed the Grizzly Hills, son to the great Ursoc who ruled over this land. But now I'm doomed to spend the rest of my life in this cave. You're free to go, Orson. But first, tell me what's wrong with the Firbolg. You don't understand. If I wanted to, I could fight my way out of this cave. It's my father, Ursoc. He has returned from the dead, but he's not the same. He gave his life during the War of the Ancients thousands of years ago. For centuries, the Firbolg who worshipped him tried to devise a way to resurrect him. Finally, they decided they were to attempt to regrow the failed world tree, Vordrasil, and use its magic to bring back my father. So that's why they made the tree. I didn't know that. What happened then? The sapling they grew bore a fruit. At first it seemed to work. Ursoc did come back, and I was filled with joy for a brief moment. As he recovered, it was clear that he wasn't the same. Neither were the Firbolg. Whatever evil caused the ancient druids to tear down Vordrasil manifested itself in the new tree and turned them all into monsters filled with bloodlust. The thing that now walks the Grizzly Hills is not my father, and it must be put to rest. Thank you, son of Ursoc. I'll see what can be done. So he doesn't really know, like, whatever, like, what the evil is that's consuming his father. But he did give us a little history lesson about the War of the Ancients. Now his father sacrificed himself. It's funny because Ursoc does that again in Shadowlands, in Ardenweald. He, like, saves Ardenweald by sacrificing himself. It's like one of the sad moments in that expansion. Alright, so we're going to be heading a little further east. And we will go see his other son, Codian. One thing I've noticed about Dragonflight, though, it is a lot like Wrath of the Lich King. I did take a boat into the Dragon Isles. But I will admit it did not seem as, like, epic as... you know, your entrance into the Howling Fjord. I wish they could have, you know, just, like, made it be like, hey, this is a Dragon Isles, guys. There should be, like, dragons flying around. Like, it should have been crazy. But the thing is, I guess the current landscape of the Dragon Isles is there's a war going on, so there really isn't much to show, I guess. I don't know. It isn't, like, a good time to come. I guess we just came at, like, the wrong time. And it was like a quick boat ride. Like, they got you into the Dragon Isles in like 10 seconds. It took me a while to, like, get on the boat, because there was, like, a little issue with that. That's just how launches are. And the loading screen took a little bit of time, but, like, once they, like, everything loaded in, like, you got to the Dragon Isles in like 10 seconds. Like, you're off the boat really fast. It wasn't like there's no, like show they put on, which I thought they should have done. Showing how awesome the Dragon Isles are. You just get, like, thrown right into them. Or into it, I should say. These Firbolgs look cool. So we got a buff here. Frostpaw ally. Hostile actions toward the Red Fang seem to have gained you some favor with the Frostpaw. Perhaps they won't kill you for now. Looks like these two herbal clans don't like each other. And there we go, Codian. I'm Codian, daughter of Ursoc. I watch over this once sacred shrine. I've not seen a stranger come here in a long time. Who is this stranger? A furbolg named Tur Ragepaw, not one of ours. This one came from the southern lands. He was of the Timbermaw tribe. He wanted to see Ursoc. He seemed to think that Vordrasil's taint could be purified and used to save my father. It is foolish to entertain such hopes. You will agree when you see the darkness that has afflicted him like I have. Thank you, Codian. I'll do what I can. Alright, so there we go. We got that quest done. So I guess we'll just get the blood here. And then we'll probably make our way maybe to this new these like outposts here and try to get all these white points. And it's interesting how I watched this video about how like the retail like dev team plans their expansions, and they plan them like way ahead, like 5 years ahead at least. And the reason why we've been having such a bad time with expansions supposedly is because of Legion. The success of Legion was the reason why we've had like these, you know, artifact power and Azerite power, like grindy, expansions. Because supposedly everybody, you know, liked world quests and, you know, legendary weapons and all that stuff in Legion. And it's true, we did. I did enjoy it. It was a cool change to the game. It was much better than Warlords of Draenor, which isn't saying much. But people did get sick of it, I think, like... Even before BFA started, I think people were kind of sick of it. But BFA wasn't... I think BFA people, like, didn't mind it as much. But in Shadowlands, it was just, you know, overdue. So I assume now, since they've seen the success of Classic, that the next, you know, two to three expansions will probably be focused on that, like going back to its roots, which I think is kind of cool. So we'll see how it goes. And the thing is, if Dragonflight's, I think if Dragonflight's successful, we'll probably see like many expansions like it coming in the future. If it's not, then the next expansion will probably be not too much different, but the one after it, they'll probably make some big changes. And I guess they just don't scrap, you know, their work. Like, they hold on to it. They don't want to get rid of it. And I understand that. It costs money to get people to develop all this stuff, so... I guess they just don't want to scrap, you know, the work that they've done. Even though they know that the community may not like it. But I think Blizzard back in the day would have scrapped it. That's just how they were. They took a long time making their games. But nowadays they're, you know, more into pleasing the shareholders. So they can't afford to, you know, waste resources. It's changed a lot ever since Activision acquired Blizzard. But now it's Microsoft. Microsoft owns it, so let's see how that goes. Probably going to be the same, I would assume. One thing I think we'll see, though, is a little bit more focus on console for WoW. I see that coming. We're probably going to be seeing, like, you know, people playing WoW on console in the future, I think. But I think it's somewhat possible. There are still a lot of, you know, the buttons and stuff to press. But not too sure how that would work on a controller, but if you know, added macros, maybe it could work. Gotta get to grip this guy in here. Oh, I don't have grip, damn it. I got another one shooting at me. This isn't good. Gotta get out of here. This is bad. We're probably gonna die. Try to run away, though. Not looking good. We don't have any health pots either. That was too bad. Pulled too many furbolgs. Tried to get a little fancy by trying to group them up. I realized I didn't have death grip. Should have just focused on the one. They are strong, though. These furbolgs are... I'm a little... They're pretty much around my level, so... I can't really do 3, I don't think, but I can do 2 at a time. I'm not sure if I would play WoW on console. It'd be kind of weird playing with a joystick. One thing about playing with like a controller is it's pretty relaxing. It's more relaxing than playing on a keyboard and mouse. Like, it would be cool just like sitting on your couch playing WoW. I haven't tried it with Diablo yet. I know Diablo's on console now. I wonder how that is. That game works well because it's like a hack and slash, and there isn't that too many abilities that you need. But like a controller can cover like pretty much everything you want to do in Diablo. That's going to be the next big game that Blizzard releases, I think, is going to be Diablo 4. See how that goes. Alright, so there we go. We got our blood. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up here. We're gonna get this flight point. I hope Diablo 4 is good. That game really needs to be good. What the heck's going on? Oh, this is a horde area. We're gonna die again. Oh no! Oh, that's a Tonka village. What's the camp called? It's called Camp Oniwa. Anekwa. Taking some deaths today, guys. Well, now we know that we can't go there. I wonder why they would show that, though, if you're Alliance. Like, yeah, there's a flight point there. Not for me. Aki Wintergale. That's got to be Questy deceiving us once again. Alright, so I guess up here is where we'll go. Since we're close, we might as well pick up that flight point. But yeah, if Diablo 4 is good and Dragonflight's good, I know that's a big want. But if that happens, then Blizzard's in a good spot. Not too sure how Overwatch is doing. I think it's doing alright. Haven't heard too much complaining about the Battle Pass lately. I know that was like the big problem with the game. People just were hating on the Battle Pass. Because it gave people, like, you know, kind of an edge in obtaining characters. And it also gave them, like, supposedly, like, a competitive edge as well, because supposedly people wouldn't be able to unlock certain characters unless they had the Battle Pass. I think that was just for Season 1, though. I think over time, it won't be as bad. Okay, so here's the Alliance camp. You can look at that. Look at all the flags. Or banners, I should say. Really have this place well defended. Alright, so let's get the flight point. I guess we'll pick up the quest here. Captain,
what can I do for you?
Grian Stoutmantle. I left the war once to tend to the troubles back home in Westfall. That seems like a lifetime ago. Thank the light that the Defias are no longer a threat. We're long away from home, up here, but if we don't win this battle, there may not be a Westfall to return to. Demont sent you very well. Let's see what you can do for us. I've been meaning to send some of our lads to check out Hollowstone Mine. Haven't had a chance to yet. We've had our hands full between the Horde and on the west and the Iron Dwarves to the east. If Demont sent you, though, the least I can do is point you in the right direction. You'll find the mine entrance to the northwest, not far from here. See if you think operations there can be salvaged. We sure could use the additional resources until our mine in Farshire is operational again.
Be careful.
Alright, so he has a couple quests here. Softening the blow. Our best bet for moving our forces quickly to Icecrown Glacier lies with the network of tunnels beneath the ancient Iron Dwarf city of Thor Modan. Brugar Stoneshear and his Explorers League boys aren't going to be happy, but orders are orders. The news might go over better if you brought him a cask of that moonshine sold by that trapper Hugh Glass down at Redwood Trading Post, southeast of here along the tree line. Man's not right in the head, but you won't find better moonshine out here.
Go with honor, friend. Light be with you.
Reallocating resources. Listen up, Death Knight. Your days here are numbered. As much as we need capable Death Knights in our ranks, there's trouble up north that makes our problems look like a midsummer stormwind parade. Turns out the Scourge are concentrating their efforts, making a big push to take over Zul'Drak. If that happens, we may as well pack it in. You're free to finish any business here, but then it's off to Light's Breach. With you, speak to Samuel if you need transportation. Dismiss.
Or the Alliance.
Alright, so there we go. We got a bunch of quests there. We got a little message to join a raiding guild. Recruiting's rough. It's tough. Hello, Squire. Walter and I are responsible for taking care of old Blanchie here along with the rest of our mounts. Mounting up, Captain Stoutmantle left most of our cavalry, horsemen at the fight for Venture Bay. We chose a good place, but to put up camp because there's a ton of Highland Mustang running around here and in the Boulder Hills to the northeast. The captain put me in charge of capturing some of them. Will you help? I've got a stick and some string, and there are loads of wild carrots growing near the camp. Pick the carrots and use them with the stick and lure in the Mustang, then ride it back here. Alright, so we got a lot of quests to do here. See what this guild had to say. Recruiting exceptional players. They need heal and DPS. Tuesday, Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. server time. That's a long time. It's actually not bad. It's like a 3.5 hour raid. That was what my old raid was. Like 3.5 hours. Only 2 times a week. It's pretty chill. It's like 7 hours a week. It does that. It is a lot though. Especially if you don't enjoy the raid. If you're not enjoying the raid, then yeah, it's a lot. That's one thing about raiding for me. Like sometimes I enjoy the raid, sometimes I don't. But one thing is I usually like raid with my friends, so I kind of just, you know, fight through it when I don't enjoy it. It's just one thing this is why I don't like raiding that much, so I usually take a break. Because you don't want to, you know, abandon your guildmates. Everyone's like, you know, trying to farm gear and stuff. Highland Mustang. So what do I got to do? I got to use this stick? Oh, I actually have to equip it? What is this? Fishing? Fishing for horses? It's hilarious. Let's ride him back. Couple abilities too. Strikes an enemy inflicting increased melee damage, and then they have Hanover Reigns. Mustang to Squire Percy. He's up here, right? We'll pick up a couple more carrots. We got more than enough now, though. Yeah, it's tough running a guild. Like, having to recruit like this and spam people. Not that bad, but... it's kind of like a job, I would say. Recruiting is a job. It takes time and effort. And you talk to a lot of people, too, that just, like, aren't really interested. Some people just troll. And then some people, like, you just don't really want in your guild, and then you have to talk to them, and then try not to be rude. Seems like these guys are just like a new guild. Just looking for, like, people to just show up to raid. That's not bad to recruit, because there's a bunch of people out there that are willing to join a group of people just to raid. I think that's like the funnest time for a guild. Is when it's new. It's like the first 6 months. Is a lot of fun. And the reason why I think that is because there's no, like, nobody really knows anyone. There's no, like, groups or cliques in the guild yet. It's just all fun. There isn't, like, we're this type of guild. Like, no, the guild doesn't really know what it is. All they're trying to do is just get a team together to raid. The expectations are not high. That's another thing I enjoy about it. Your only expectation is, like, the expectation is just to have a raid. I wonder how much damage this hoof strike does. Alright, one more horse. Oh, this is a little grave site. And they use, like, they have, like, bear traps. Look at these tombstones. Just a plank of wood and a bear trap. What's this? Just like a bear skin. It's like a furbolg skin. Alright, there's our final horse. There's a fairy dragon over there. What if we're gonna fight Ursoc again? I think we probably are. Don't really remember. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the Alliance do. Maybe they don't fight. Wow, these sure are good horses. I think the captain will be really pleased with our work. Alright, so there we go. Roll Hearth back, turn in these quests. It's good that we got the flight point, though. I think we'll be making our way back here. Eventually.
Peace be with you.
Have you obtained the blood samples, trap box? The corruption present in this blood is identical to that of the slime. I don't have a good feeling about this. So we'll take the shoulders. They are an upgrade. Somewhat. Less damage, but yeah, more stamina, armor, all that. Ursoc's children are wise. Their words explain much of what we've seen so far. Vordrasil's sapling. The druids of old seem to have had a good reason for destroying Vordrasil. We cannot let the furbolgs regrow it. On the other hand, having Ursoc's spirit hinges on the magic contained by the sapling. Take this torch and use it to burn the tree. You will find it in the middle of Grizzlemaw, inside Vordrasil's old trunk. Bring me Vordrasil's ashes. It is my hope that once purified by fire, we may use its magic to cleanse Ursog's spirit of its dark taint.
Go in peace, Ishnu Dardir.
You cannot allow Vordrasil to grow again. If the Furbolg regrew it once, they can do it again. Go to Grizzlemaw in central Grizzly Hills and obtain Vordrasil's seeds. I will make sure they're properly disposed of.
Ashak Velan.
Yeah, looks like the Furbolgs are up to no good again. But yeah, guys, I think next episode what we'll probably do is we'll make our way over here to the Trunk of Vordrasil, finish off some of these quests, and then we'll do some more quests in the Westfall Brigade encampment. That's the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.